Well, the plane ride was nice. I'm exhausted, but that is the most hours of sleep I've gotten since I've been back in old Alabama way. The Pacific Northwest is very pretty. Unfortunately, it's not exactly for me, but I'll show you what I'm trying to fix here. Let me turn you around. This is what I'm working on. 1976 SS Nova hatchback. The Jag sticker adds horsepower and reliability points. I'm looking for spiders. I haven't been here in a very long time. But he's got an interior, as you can see. And her fenders are on my buddy's house. But that engine, she's got to come out. She's a cracked 305, and as much as it breaks my heart, I gotta rip her out. I'll use her for parts, but yeah, she's bad. I'll put a clip in on the last time I ran her. But anyways, as you can see in that clip, it's pretty bad, but yep, she's my baby. This window does not roll up. I will somehow probably try to fix that, but here's some pictures of me from my freshman year of high school. This is a family car, and when I tell you she doesn't look rusty. She seems pretty solid on camera, but without opening the trunk, you can't really see. She is a lot worse for wear, but I'm not ready to start her just yet. I got to drive this to Georgia, and first let's see if she'll even start. All right, let's see. She hasn't been started, and well, I like the keys on. Give her some gas. Give her some gas. She ain't carbureted, but I feel better. Oh, here we go. Ooh. Now, come on, you got it. There you go. Yeah. You can't kill the Mopar 318, buddy. Mopar, no car, let me tell you. I'm kidding. This car has like no shocks and all the tires low on air, but I'm gonna drive it 2.5 hours to go pick up a motor. I've driven a lot worse 2.5 hours, but goodness gracious. But yeah, that's the game plan here. I'm about to go pick up some Ford 10 or something 30 over 350 4-bolt main out of a K5 Blazer for pretty all right price. It's a little steep, but it's a good motor, and I know the guy, and he's not bad. And if it is bad, I'll just go kick his ass. But anyways, yeah, that's what we're doing. Yep. There we go. He's got stuck on me. I was trying to use them a minute ago, and they were just not working. There we go. All that off. All right. It's a weird day when Alabama freezes over. It's even weirder when it snows, and these cars, they ain't used to it. Oh, that's all good now. Well, actually, no, there's some more frost up here. Oh, there's actually frost on the inside. That's nice. That's what everyone wants to see. This is peak automotive content right here. Scraping glass with my student ID. All right. See, these will work now. There we go. Yep. Still can't see anything. Okay, so maybe it is on the outside. What? I can't take a hairdryer to it because it, crack the glass. Can't pour water on it because, okay, it's like stuck in between the glass. I can't feasibly drive on the highway with this. That would be awfully irresponsible. Not only does the car already handle terrible on the highway, but yeah. I'll get back to you guys when I get finished with this peak content. All right, now I can see properly. We're gonna go pick up some gas. There's no need to film myself getting gas because, well, frankly, it's kind of not impressive. Now, I will film the trip in this truck in some form of montage because, well, I don't have a lot of faith in it. We're gonna turn this off. All right, off to a good start. We're gonna go pick up my buddy. He's in most of my videos actually. So nothing new here. I gotta say, it's nice to be back in town. You know, there's not crazy people all driving around me all day. I will say this truck is terrible though. I mean, it runs fine, but there's just a little miniature stuff. It's the small stuff that's piling up. The back left tire, just she holds air, she won't fill with air. So I don't know what that's about. And there's nothing in the bed, so, but it is a long bed, so you know, maybe it's supposed to look like that. I don't know. I got nothing. But also the speedo doesn't work, but that's just because the wheel speed sensor's out. But you know, should be fine. Should be fine. Anyways, I'll resume when I get him. Sandwich himself.
The hell are we talking about?
All right. The rest of the trip was pretty uneventful. I mean, the truck did pretty well. The tires were always going to be a concern, but it handled perfectly fine all the way to Georgia. I wish I could have got more content out of it, but honestly, the worst thing we did was stop for gas, and that's about the only exciting thing that went down. I'm coming on a curve, so I can't stare at the camera for too long, but we got the motor intact. Here, put the camera back there. Yep, that's safe. Look, it's a good motor. I know the guy's selling it. It'll be good. It's a 4-bolt 010 or 0010 code. I don't know. It's got a truck oil cooler on it. I mean, it's all right. But yeah, we're driving back to town. Hopefully that tailgate doesn't fail, because if it does, someone's gonna die. Like, I mean, I'll be charged with vehicular manslaughter almost indefinitely. Georgia School for the Deaf. It's an animal hospital too. All right, we just came back into town. We're gonna go to my storage and grab my engine lift out the back of it, because, you know, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a strong guy, but I don't think I can lift up an engine by myself. So now I have to go fish out something that I shoved in there not even 2 months ago. So yeah.
Let me get over here, it's probably better.
Pop and go straight when you're lifting the motor and you're working on it as it's lifted. It's really scary, and I was trying to avoid it, but I didn't succeed.
By increasing views, people come to the video just to see this fit.
I don't know what that was. Was that a message from my mother? Alright. It might just rock out.
Oh, I didn't know it might rock out. Go ahead, drop that line.
We're making a hole so I can get rid of this. Jack was making that noise and I was like, oh no! Dude, this oil, real it's better than what I had in there to start with. It is so much thicker. That is
viscous.
viscosity,
like
buddy.
Freeman oil.
That Elijah Freeman weight oil.
Call it the Freeman juice. That's what we'll call it.
I would create. Oh, that'd be a really cool business thing. I create like a Marvel mystery oil type deal, and I make it Elijah's miracle juice.
You just keep adding to the same bucket. It's like they used to eat out of pots and they would just keep adding shit to it.
Oh, I will keep doing that.
That's how you keep the juice going.
Alright, very small chance. This just kind of falls on me, so we're gonna get on this side. Oh, you could, because of hell, you're on a cord.
I'm literally, look, this is helping. I'm so cold, not to the point of complaining, but to the point of I'm not going to be paying attention to jack.
If you move around, you'll get warm, especially in that.
I'm moving around a little.
Start cranking out for them jumping jacks, buddy.
I'm not doing that shit.
I wouldn't even do that if I was freezing to death. Crank out them butterflies they used to make you do in elementary school.
I'll fucking crank out something, bud.
Till my grapes still in the raft. Is that a heater?
That is a classic. That is one of my favorites. I mean, I'm sure the measuring stuff isn't that important.
Oh yeah, the measuring stuff is whatever. I didn't realize, like, people who subscribe to us, like on the actual thing, they're gonna be like, man, these guys don't know how to do brakes, so they just replaced an engine. It's kind of backwards, right? Probably hard to see on video, but the Nova, she ain't wanting to push into the garage because she's got a super flat front, right and back tire. So I'm gonna back up into this and press on this tire, and I know I can just use bumper to bumper. It's not like I'm gonna, mess up the paint. However, I do remotely care about this vehicle, and this vehicle was my grandfather's, so I can't mess that one up. So, we'll see. I'll have my buddy in there steering the Nova. At least, then I'll have someone to blame if something goes wrong. See, the key is to break your headlights every time you do this. All right, I skipped over some stuff. I obviously hooked this up off camera, but I can get a better picture of this. She's a little worse for wear. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean the other engine's right there. This is the 305. I actually exploded. She's got some good stuff on her, so I can probably take the heads, either resell them. It's because she's got a full exhaust system. She got new brakes. Definitely not just spray painted. She's doing good. Like I said, my buddy's got my fenders, but I'm going to drive this thing across town like this when I get a chance. Hopefully, I won't have to push this thing out again. It should be able to drive out of here under its own power. I have another problem for tomorrow, is to find the keys. And if you're wondering what thing I'm doing here, this is an adjustable one. I never actually use the adjusting cables. Not cables, but whatever this is called. This is not the best idea. Don't do this. Do not run this from the intake, for one, but definitely don't run it from the carburetor studs. I mean, it's aluminum. It's asking for problems. However, that just doesn't make good content to be safe. Like, it's different if it's an iron, a cast iron intake, kind of like that one over there that was on it. But just overall, general rule of thumb, aluminum cannot hold its threads and weight. Well, sometimes, but not in this case. Definitely not in this case. But I'm gonna go to bed because I'm tired. I'm still experiencing a little bit of jet lag, so I'll catch you guys up in the morning. Good afternoon. It's not morning because I slept in. I got tired. Jet lag, as I mentioned. Anyways, I'm gonna get this motor out now. My companion is not here. He decided to also sleep in, except the only reason he slept in is because he's lazy. Not really. We were up till like 2. I kind of understand it. Anyways, let me get some pressure up on the motor so I can get these bolts easier. What I'm not gonna do is have this chain rip up one of my rockers because it'll pop up and scare me. As I mentioned, never pull up from the intake. It's stupid. Alright, now we got some pressure up off on the engine. I will now go up underneath and, well, not really up underneath. I gotta undo the manifolds. Well, actually, you know what? We're gonna lower this. I'm gonna lower this so I can get the manifold easier. All right, good stuff. It's hard to get a good camera angle because I'm gonna be honest with you guys. In case you probably already noticed, I don't have a camera or anything. I mean, I do have a camera, but it's my phone. However, it's a new phone because my other one just broke, so it's not too terrible. Man, whoever put this engine together, he really over-tightened these bolts. That's kind of crazy. Gosh, see, this is why you guys got to be careful on who you get the motors from. Some of them could have some of me in there. Oh. Anyways, yeah, these manifolds, pretty good stuff. Headers are sweet, but in my experience now, I am probably speaking from the wrong experience, if we're being honest here, but I will say, manifolds tend to leak. Sorry. Headers tend to leak. Yeah. Headers tend to leak more than manifolds in my experience. As I mentioned, if you guys have any other experience, kind of telling me that I'm wrong, let me hear it. Okay, now that the thermostat, or the thing that reads on the temperature gauge, has been expertly removed, I will show you guys that something else stupid. These don't look that bad. I mean, well, that side kind of does, but I mean, I could probably reuse these because, as I mentioned, or not mentioned, I'll show you guys the clip of the 305 killing itself. Look in there. You see that? That is a whole bunch of nonsense, and it's also down there too. And it's not the heads. It's not the heads because the old heads are right over there. Also, if you're wondering what's written on my hand, I had to do some class work before coming out here. Yeah, now I just gotta go do it on the other side. I don't really gotta show you guys that, so I'm just gonna do some editing magic here. All right, so I took the manifold off on that side. This is a completely different exhaust gasket, which I think is really funny. As I mentioned, keep in mind, I was 14. All right, we do stupid stuff at 14. I'm sure some of you guys can relate. These spark plugs are good though. I know that for a fact because this is something that I put on before I left. Originally, there's just so much crap in the way. Let me try to get that down there. Dang, man. Get my nerves. What you guys don't realize is anything can be used as a hammer if you're cool enough. And Lord knows I'm cool enough. Shout out to Duralast. Pretty cool stuff. Thank you for Duralast for sending me these tools. We're going to review them. I'm joking. Let's be honest here. If you were a company, would you sponsor me? Let's go. Nope, that's the wrong way. Yeah, I'm a professional. I know my lefts and rights. Right, gonna unscrew that head because it'll get stuck. All right, good stuff. Look at that. Now, I do suggest removing the distributor if you plan on reusing it, but that distributor's junk. Junk. The casing's fine, probably. Actually, never mind. It's cracked on the back. Also, remove your wire. This is your ignition wire. Some of yours are gonna look different. Man, this thing keeps moving when I lean on it. It keeps making me think I'm falling or something. Yeah, just those 2 bolts. It's kind of hard to see. Ah, dang. There's 2 bolts down there, and then there's a bolt right there, and then there's another bolt on the other sides, and Simple as that. Oh, also, the torque converter. It is that donut-shaped thing right behind the flywheel. You got 3 bolts there. Rotate the engine, get the bolts out, disconnected. It'll save you so much of a headache. However, that being said, you can pull the engine off without doing that. I just don't suggest it. It's kind of a headache. And especially if you plan on reusing a torque converter, you may mess up the splines on the inside. It's just better safe than sorry, just all the way around. But, yep. Oh my God, this bolt back here is like hand tight. Oh, no, it's not. It's very possible. I just wasn't even on it. That's not a bell housing bolt. Okay, 4 more. Guys, I did the cardinal sin of automotive content, and I worked ahead without recording. I was actually having my girlfriend watch the previous clips that I have recorded and already put into editing, and she seemed to like them. But yeah, don't do this either. Don't use these tools, these fine automotive high-end tools. Summit Racing doesn't offer these. All right, I'm sorry. I'm working alone here, and I got no help. I mean, really. I have been out here for a minute now. I did go get pizza, I will say. I got it separated. Not the way to do it, by the way. Typically, you just leave the torque converter in there. It's so much easier to melt everything up. But I got it moved, and then I was like, oh, well, maybe I should need to undo it. I was being stupid, all right? But, yep, cardinal sin of automotive content. Never work without recording. So, I apologize. I took the radiator out as well. Unhooked the transmission cooling lines. I also looked back at the footage. I forgot to mention that you need to check out the engine mounts bolts, and here's one right here. Right here, right? Yeah, nut on one end, and then yeah, that's it. That's. I mean, there isn't a whole lot taking out an engine, and recording myself taking out an engine is, I mean, it's good for YouTube, but let's be honest here. Everyone's seen someone else take out a motor. It's not as impressive. Now, what will be impressive is installing that one, because I kind of am not great at most things, because I got to take some stuff off that and put it onto that one, given that's a truck motor. Probably saying to yourself, there's no difference between a truck and an engine, a truck and a car motor. And you're exactly right, there isn't, except there is cooling lines that go to the oil thing on there. Don't need it. Also, that fuel pump has a thingy in the middle. Don't know what it's called, but it's not supposed to have that. But this one... Actually, I think I took the fuel pump off this one. Yeah, I did. It was right there. Right, smooth. Right there. Yep. No, I just guess I put it on something else. Okay, well, yeah, as I said, this is stupid. Don't lift up. I mean, look how much of that's bending, all right? That's just disaster waiting to happen. Bad idea. Bad idea. Okay, guys. Like I said, it's a little sketchy, ain't gonna lie. But... that my grandfather's truck, I got it hooked up to the rear of the Nova. Damn, man. Sorry. I got it hooked up to the rear of the Nova. I'm gonna pull the car out from underneath the engine because she don't swivel, not very well. So hopefully I can do that before she takes a tumble. Also, I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, those spark plugs decided they didn't want to be on Earth anymore, so they're out of here. But yeah, should be something. Something it was. Now, let's get the other one, take this one out of the way and get the other one hooked up. There you go, a better shot. Cooling lines, if you guys want it, hit me up at I have truck oil cooling lines at gmail.bellsouth. Yikes, I almost kicked over the death motor. Here it is. Alright, now, like I said, I am going to go clean this off, so I'll get back to you guys as soon as I do. I mean, if you think about it, I did get the motor out. So what we're doing is we're counteracting the weight. For one, lower the car, but more importantly, flood my garage with coolant. That is the most important part that we're doing. It has occurred to me that if I take that off, sorry, I'm not in frame. It just occurred to me, if I take this off, it's just gonna rock that way. So I think what I'm gonna do here is, that's the problem. Definitely not my stupid ideas. One of the wheels down here broke. Anyways, so, hey, shout out to Pittsburgh. You guys building tough. So, I'll let all the weight down, see if the motor will support itself on something, unhook it, and then set this back down so no one gets hurt. More importantly, my car doesn't get hurt. Alright, it looks like the motor is just gonna fall smack down onto the new motor. And well, brother, that just ain't good. Gas can right here. And we're gonna put it between these two motors. So there's no crack in a block of anything. I'm tired of cracked blocks. I should put it right there. Alright, that should solve that problem. Oh, almost fell. If I pull the truck forward, it'll fall somewhere. I think the motor will be fine. I may just press on the truck and see what happens. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Never a dull moment. Behold my genius. It's almost frightening. Let me go ahead and grab you guys. I ain't gonna cut it. I'll just walk you around like so. This is the worst thing that could have possibly happened. But I will say, thank God I didn't have the side fenders on, because they would have been toast. What do we think, Annie? Yeah, you look like the physical representation of the situation I have created. But bonus, she's ready for a new motor now. Heck yeah. Good stuff. Now I'm gonna turn you guys off for a second so I can set all this crap back up. But hey, shout out to Pittsburgh. They make a quality product. Well, it's the next morning since my little engine stand mishap. Nothing broke. Well, actually, you couldn't tell from the video, well, from the clip of which the wheel, it completely came apart. Like that's kind of why it didn't catch itself and it started swinging. I've done it a couple times. I've pulled about 7 motors with that engine lift, so it was kind of about time. But now, what you're looking at right now is the front of my truck, because when I ordered that engine lift, I had actually canceled the order and then ordered another one, and they actually sent me both. So I got one in storage right now. I'm about to go pick up. But I've got to, I got a C to do that, and it ain't happening. So I'm gonna have to go back out there and scrape glass, but I won't torture you guys with that yet. All right, this situation. I got it lifted, and I need to swap out the adapters so I can put a normal oil filter on that one over there. But safety first, of course. But I'm recording, so if something bad does happen, that's content. There we go. Like a charm. Hey, that's oil colored, right? That's whatever. What viscosity is that, guys? Oh, man. Look at that. Right on the money. No surprise. I am a professional. Oh, look at that. Oh, wait, it just slipped off. It wasn't easy. No, it's easy. Check that out. Dang. Ow, hit my head. Thank God for drills. Hit my head again. Starting to get on my nerves. Like a charm. Alright, let's hope I don't film my own snuff film here. Alright, she has seemed to retighten herself, so let's get ratchet out again. That's what I like to see right there. Clean cut, no issues. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. Well, I worked ahead a lot, and I don't know if you guys have ever tried to record yourself doing too much of anything, but you make mistakes because you're focused on the camera, and the fact I'm doing it by myself is not easy, so a lot of times I had to just set down the camera and really, focus in and handle business, so I'm sorry if there's some jumps here. If it's not obvious, I'm installing a torque converter here. Yeah, the camera angle sucks. Well, it's the next day here, and I'm airing up tires. Now, there's really no need to explain what I'm doing here or how to do it. I mean, it's an air compressor, and I have it hooked up to an outlet, and I let it build pressure, and then I air up a tire from a truck trailer. I mean, there's really no complexity here. But as I mentioned, I jump around in terms of stuff that's done. At the point of me airing up these tires, I had already got the motor to bark off by pouring gas in there. I had installed the new pump, fuel line, put in mounts, exhaust, etc., and I'll cover all of that. Surprise, surprise, the random junkyard motor was locked up, seized, super tight. Just poured some ATF, and this is me expelling it. I redropped the distributor and accidentally put it 180 degrees out, and this is me trying to start it. This is a bad ground. It's smoking as the engine rotates. Look. And dear God, finally, after everything, I got it to run like crap for a few seconds. And that's what this clip is. My phone fell over. AutoZone sold me a boat starter, and that's what this is. I got the correct starter, and then I got this really crappy carburetor to start working, and that's what this is. Still running really bad though.
You're doing good.
It ain't got no gas in it.
Still running terrible. I decided to go rob the wonderful AVS2 Edelbrock carburetor, the Lazy Enthusiast carburetor off of my Z2879 Camaro that I fixed last summer. Despite how much smoke you're seeing, it should be more. I mean, I dumped so much ATF fluid in those cylinders to get this motor to break free. So, yeah. Now check this out.
What we're dealing with here is a complete lack of respect for the law.
I also want to point out that like 80% of my issues during this entire video of starting it were because of these ancient plugs. So, the video was rushed because I ran out of time, and I'm back in Washington State now. Matter of fact, I'll show you guys. Let me just see. Got all Washington State. It's cold, but yeah, no. I know that the nose engine is smoking, and I know that I still think my starter shim is broken, or the flywheel may be cracked, or something silly, or the timing is out. But I got it running, I got it kind of driving. Now when I fly back, I'll make a part 2 to that video. But as of right now, I apologize for being rushed. I thought I had more time, and I thought I could get it done sooner. And before anyone goes in the comments telling me, you did this wrong, you did that wrong, it's a waste of time. I'm so aware. But as I mentioned, doing things the right way sometimes and doing things the wrong way for the most of the time makes for better content. Well, at least I thought so. It was more fun doing it that way, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, I got to work out some of the engine kinks and whatever. No, I don't have merch of any kind. So I'll plug Pole Barn Garage's merch because he's an actual automotive YouTuber who does things perfectly all the time. And if he does do them incorrectly, he does them correctly, if that makes sense. He kind of just, knows how to. Anyway, and Junkyard Digs too. Those guys, Flash Cup Garage, Thunderhead 289, trying to think. David Freiberger. He, after Roadkill went out, he made a channel. Make sure to go check. Actually, all of them did. Cotton, Freiberger, Steve Dulcich. Yeah, all of them. They all made videos. Well, not videos, but all made channels. So go check them out.